What's up, family? Let's shuffle and see what messages come through. All right. I did see Metatron. Um, and the moth. I just was reading on a moth, which is from my symbols deck, sacred symbol oracle deck, and it says when you want to um, draw in a message from your ancestors or your guides, to meditate on the moth symbol, as it has for many centuries been a symbol for messages according to the card. So, all right, family, we are family, giant tree resting up in the stars. I don't know if that's how the song goes. I know it says we are a family. So the first card out is separation is a phase in alchemy. You may be going through a separation phase in your life right now with family, lovers, lovers and friends. It says let go of a draining contract. Wow. And this card showed up in the last read, just doing the shuffle though, not actually in the read. But the next card out to clarify separation is they could have eased your pain but chose not to. Okay. You got to release harmful habits is also what the separation card is speaking about. You are in the process of alchemizing all of this energy, and you are alchemizing energies from haters that are wolves in sheep clothes. You are receiving clarity on certain people who are trying to bond to you with a draining contract, one that has you constantly chasing them, one where you're dealing with people who love you in a way that you are constantly having to heal from. As in this card here, they could have eased your pain, but they chose not to. But the next card out is haters are truly hype men. Okay, your haters come along to try to distract you, but if you are in alignment or working to be in alignment with your divine purpose and soul mission, then you will be able to see the purpose of said people, and they actually do become catalysts for you to release harmful habits. Okay, the card clarifying that is the world awaits. Okay, you've been experiencing a lot of distraction. It was another card that I was working on that spoke to distractions and such. The next card out is Taurus, and to clarify the Taurus card, we have Earth Angel. Okay. The first word out to describe a Taurus is cautious, right? Determined, conventional, warm, material. As Taurus is an earth sign, we have earth angel here. I feel like you are becoming more cautious when it comes to the people in your life. But not only that, you are determined to live out your soul mission and life purpose. And with that, you can no longer allow these people to distract you. These people that could have eased your pain but chose not to. You are releasing and letting go of that attachment and releasing harmful habits that keep you connected to these people who could have eased your pain and chose not to. You know, these haters in your life. The world is waiting for you to release these distractions and delays that come with dealing with people like this. Because you are an earth angel. You came here to help heal humanity with just your essence. However, your essence is being tainted by some of the people in your circle, and you are going through a phase of separation right now. As the master alchemist that you are, and I don't know if I mentioned that Metatron came out. And I feel like Metatron is connected to alchemy in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But Earth Angel, you definitely are an alchemist. The next card out is Preserve Emotional Wisdom during times of collective numbness. Okay, dealing with these people that could have eased your pain but chose not to, made you become numb. And in that numbness, you strayed away from going out, putting yourself out there, creating new bonds and new relationships, new friendships. It made you retreat. But it's time for you to come back out. Wow. Literally, the bottom of the deck card says, love me in a way that doesn't keep breaking me in the process. I think, said that phrase in the beginning of this read. Didn't realize it was the bottom of the deck card. And the card, to clarify, preserve emotional wisdom, because you had to fight to come out of this numbness energy. And you know the world awaits. And I know that you guys are working to come out of your shell, to put yourself out there again, romantically, friendship-wise, so on and so forth. But it says you change people's fate without trying. Okay? You change people's fate without trying. That's why it's important for you to preserve your emotional wisdom. Don't cut off your feelings and become numb just because of the collective numbness that's going on, especially during this time with the president that we have. Okay? Wow. So we have courage and shadow coming out. You found the courage to face your shadow, to release harmful habits, to stand up to your haters and still elevate yourself. The Most High is preparing a table in front of your enemies, you beautiful earth angel. It says you are being invited to summon your courage and take the next right action. Drawing this card can be nudging you to let go of any fears you are having and boldly move ahead. Release harmful habits, right? The release card came out in the previous read. It says your moment to seize the day, live your dreams, and step forward with confidence. This is your moment to seize the day, live your dreams, and step forward with confidence because the world awaits. Okay? Then I say you are expressing yourself, you are working to express your gifts again after coming out of a phase of numbness, putting yourself out there again. This is your moment to seize the day. So you can meditate on this symbol and mantra whenever you need a boost of encouragement. So the mantra is, this is your moment to seize the day. Live your dreams and step forward with confidence. This is your moment to seize the day. Live your dreams and step forward with confidence. And the symbol is pretty much like a thunderbolt. So meditate on a thunderbolt or say that mantra when you need a boost of encouragement. This is your moment to seize the day, live your dreams, and step forward with confidence. The world awaits you, Earth Angel. They need your Earth Angel energy. They need to see that there are people that live life within integrity. With integrity. A lot of people has given up on humanity. And Earth Angel, you have come here to restore that faith in humanity. You are someone that someone can put their faith in. Just because you are balanced within the light and the shadow, you don't participate in an imbalance of positivity, always trying to be positive. No, you allow space for both ends of the spectrum and you polarize them versus you don't live in a polarization. You live within the paradox where they both can exist at the same time, work together and bring balance. Okay? Like I said, you change people's fate without trying. You make people want to do better just by being present. That's why it's so important for you to be diligent about your force field, about your aura, about your energy. You need to keep your energy clear so that you can hold space for humanity as we work through this dark time, this shadow period that the country is going through. Let's read the shadow card. Okay. The symbol is a beast. It's It's like a dinosaur roaring or whatever. But it says, what is hiding in the dark? What is it that you are afraid of or don't want to see? And remember, the courage card came out. You found, I really truly do feel like you found the courage to go in. I just said that pretty much. You bring in the light and the darkness. You found the courage to go into your shadow, and the world awaits you to help them find the courage to go into their shadow. I feel like that is what the country is going, is experiencing as well. They're going into the shadow, going, just Americans are going into the shadow history of this country, finding the courage, or our white people finding the courage to really see what it is that their people have done. You know, it says this card comes to tell you that all cannot be in the light because there must be a balance. I just said that. All cannot be in the light because there must be a balance. Exploring the beast requires you to confront those unhealed parts of yourself. That's what America is doing, especially with this president, which is also, again, causing the collective to do that. That's why you must hold space and preserve emotional wisdom. Deal with people and understand that most people lack emotional intelligence, and be patient with people and hold space. Continue to be that warm energy. Because it takes strength. It takes strength as you attract people who love you in a way that breaks you in the process. You may have been dealing with that all your life, born into a family that, loved you in a way that kept breaking you. You have awakened, and now you have higher standards, and you're no longer accepting that. But there's still areas that you have to work on that in, and you are doing the work. You have the courage to do the work. You have the courage to accept accountability as well. You have the courage to forgive yourself. Okay? Because if there's anyone to forgive, it's yourself. Forgive yourself for allowing people to hurt you. Forgive yourself for loving people who hurt you. Forgive yourself and then make the changes. Set healthy boundaries. You can still love that person, but love them from a distance. Compartmentalize said relationship. Okay? It says exploring the beast requires you to confront those unhealed parts of yourself, those aspects you deemed unworthy or unlovable. The time is now to bring light into those usually concealed spaces so they may be healed appropriately and or banished forever. The shadow or the hidden beast is not evil, just misunderstood, right? That's why I say love, forgive them for they know not. It's misunderstood. These people are they're acting out of their shadow because they don't understand themselves, and they are afraid to go within, to look at them. They don't have the courage to go within and take accountability. That's why most people um, are Christians, because it doesn't require you to go within and face self. Only thing it requires is for you to pray to a fictitious energy and and just sweep it under the rug and pretend that everything is going to be taken care of. No, you have to do the work. Faith without works is dead. Some people just want to do the faith part, but they don't want to do the work part. It says, however, do tread carefully as you dive into sensitive territory. Humor, although not a solution, can help ease the growing pains of learning how to best work with and integrate your shadow aspect with compassion. Okay, that's why they say that comedians are people who have encountered the most hurt, the most pain, right? But humor can help ease the growing pains of learning to work with your shadow. It says the beast is the mythological monster under our beds or in our closets. It is the repressed parts of ourselves that we believe unlovable, unworthy, or fear inspiring. Ironically, it is also the place where some of our most hidden and valuable strengths are to be discovered. The most valuable strengths, right? So don't be afraid, but your life is a testimony to faith, to not be afraid to go into the darkness and face your fears, to ask for what it is that you want and know that you deserve. And to walk away if it's not being provided. Because when it's not provided, that's someone that is loving you in a way that keeps breaking you in the process. Could be dealing with a third party situation, as we have the Three of Cups here in reverse. This could be people gossiping about you because you're mysterious, hating on you because your energy is still bright, even though you spend a lot of time alone. And are happy. You got people confused as fuck. And then we got the Nine of Cups here in the upright, wishes fulfilled. They don't understand and possibly feel with the shadow and this beast energy here, probably feel like you're doing working with the devil, you know, because you don't look like what you've been through, no matter how much these people have tried to tear you down by neglecting you. Remember, they could have eased your pain and chose not to. And you keep coming out on top. They see you as the King of Wands, a warrior, a fighter, and you are. Star card has come out. They see you as a star. And then we have the Three of Pentacles out here again. So again, we've got that 3 energy. And this is tied to people with whom you have a deep emotional connection to. But again, you are separating from these people as you alchemize your life. You're letting go of these draining contracts, even if it's with family or loved ones, lovers, I would say, or friends, whomever. You're releasing those draining contracts because it's preventing you from working on your soul mission. You are releasing harmful habits of loving people who hurt you. Okay. I feel like these people know about your abandonment triggers and come to you with fake love. But baby, the period on this group of cards is the Magician. And the Magician is you taking your power back. Right? The Magician is the alchemist. The alchemist. You're taking your power back by transmuting, alchemizing that negative energy and turning it into positive energy. You got all power in your hand. You got all the tools you need. As above, so below. You have the antenna and the ability to connect with your ancestors and your guides. Hell, didn't I tell you what to meditate on? The moth energy that I saw earlier. Meditate on the moth energy when these people intentionally try to stimulate your triggers. These are your haters, but remember, they're just here to help, to motivate you to exercise this magician energy within you, because you have the tools, you have everything you need. You are a star, you are a warrior. Okay? The Magician card has the wand in his hand, and the wand is up, and the other hand is down, as the above, as above so below type energy. And it's given that wand that is up in the air is kind of like the antenna. Like I said, that is your connection to receiving the messages from your ancestors, guides, and the Most High. Okay? You're walking away with the love, holding space, because you know these people are just victims of their environments, of society, of religion, of mass thought. So, in the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So again, that can represent disloyal people, people that move slowly, and that contributes to, they could have eased your pain but chose not to. They could have sped up the process, but they chose not to. They can move a little faster, but they choose not to, in order to keep you bound to them. This devil energy, wanting you to chase them, these toxic people, wanting to keep you bound so that your power can diminish, so that your clarity, you won't be in tune with your clarity. so that you won't receive justice. But baby, we got the Tower and the Upright. Your spirit team is demolishing all of this shit, all of the obstacles these people have been trying to put in your way, all the obstacles that once had you bound, which could have been obsession, you know, toxicity, your obsession with certain people. A sexual obsession you may have had with certain people, third party situations. The Tower is coming in to bust all that shit up. And when the Tower comes in, there's no turning back. It blows up shit to smithereens. There's no putting it back together. You know, anybody that's in that building gonna have to just jump out and hope they don't die. They have to jump to their death, i.e. transformation. They're being forced to transform. And I feel like that's the type of energy your ancestors you bring when it with your ancestors and guides. Because remember, you change people's fate without trying. And that's because you are divinely protected and covered because of your courage to go into the shadow and to face your shadow. That brings a next level type of protection. Right? And so when people try to handle you like they do everybody else, they get instant. They can receive instant karma and correction. And got the Five of Swords in reverse. So it's given that, damn, when I look at this Five of Swords card, this man is standing here. It's a bittersweet victory. Right? And this man is standing here with 3 swords and 2 on the ground as people walk away in defeat. You about to collect these people's blessings. You about to because they tried you when you have done nothing but love. I feel like these people are getting messages about their deceit. And then we got the Queen of Wands here, which kind of correlates to that courage card. And remember, we did have the King of Wands out here too. The Queen of Wands represents the sexy energy, alluring, warrioress, in tune with her intuition. It is, you know, the Queen of Wands give High Priestess energy. Right? Sunflowers around her. Enlightenment, wisdom, spiritual guidance. And I feel like this now you're going to be reconnected to your work. You're not focusing on these people anymore. You're focusing on your work. And those people that could have eased your pain and chose not to, their strength is dwindling. Hell, again, like I said with the Five of Swords, you may be usurping their energy, their gifts. Spirit may be giving you their gifts because they wanted to be sneaky and conniving. Because of their lying, conniving ways, you are receiving their gifts. with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Strength card in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse. Right? These people that try their strength to try to come against you and fight you, they're weak. They're being drained. Just like they tried to drain you. Look, it says let go of draining contracts. And now that you let that go and cut the cord, you know what I'm saying? They were draining you to help replenish all of the energy they put out with their negativity in their lives. But now that you cut the cord, you know, they don't have a supply to replenish that energy anymore. And you are gaining your power back, and hell, probably theirs too. Look, not the High Priestess underneath the Wheel of Fortune card. You're getting back all the years that the locusts ate away. It's being restored. It is being restored. This high, well, not, and the High Priestess come out here, okay? The High Priestess uncovers those things that are hidden. You know, with the Shadow card coming out here. The High Priestess is that energy that goes into the darkness with courage, without fear. She knows how to exist in both realms, the realm of light and the realm of darkness. Wow. And now people, or they're realizing that you are her. You are her. They are the one they should, that you are the one that they should have chose. But since you have healed your generational curses, I don't feel like these people are going to have a chance with you again. You have evolved beyond them. With this Hierophant card, you have evolved to the point where they are your sons. But you look like marrying your son or your daughter. And you're taking a leap of faith to go even higher. And these people are going to be stuck in the darkness. Because you're no longer investing in them. You're, again, loving them from a distance. Because loving them puts you in the Ten of Swords. But the good thing about the Ten of Swords is that the hard part is over. You spent enough time investing into these people, trying to grow them so that they can go with you as you evolve and elevate. You tried so hard to bring these people with you, which is why, you know, you spent so much time being loved in a way that continued to trigger your trauma. You love these people so fucking hard. Wow. Stop. Not the Six of Pentacles here in reverse. They can't reciprocate. They're so stuck in their ways that they refuse to learn. And with the Six of Pentacles card in reverse, they cannot reciprocate. They rather keep manipulating people and playing games, mind games, which, with the two of pentacles in reverse, that's chaos. That's what keeps their life in chaos. That's why you can't continue to be around these people, because they make stupid choices. You know what I'm saying? And that's a line I always say. It's like, no, I gotta walk away, because you don't make good decisions. The two of pentacles, remember, twos are about decisions. You don't make good decisions, and with you making stupid decisions, you gonna get me caught up in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You know what I'm saying? This person may have the decision to be riding dirty, and they in a car with you, and now you get caught up behind they shit because they pull the stuff out of their pockets and just throw it in somewhere in your car. Type ass shit. Or they allow toxic people into their lives that keep hurting them, and if you truly love them, of course them being hurt is going to hurt you, but they continue to make decisions to allow these devils into their lives, toxic people, obsessed people, people that are addicted, that that have unhealthy addictions. King of Cups in the upright. But you love these people. You love these people so hard. But again, the next cup after the Ten of Cups is the Page of Cups in reverse. You love them hard, but these people don't even know what love is. They're still a page when it comes to love. And these people could be old as fuck. Old, way older than you. And it breaks your heart with the Three of Swords here. It breaks your heart that you can't take these people with you, because they operate out of greed and entitlement. But with the Two of Swords here, you're no longer ignoring what's right in front of you. Right? You're no longer dealing with people who need validation from men, okay? Or men that display toxic masculinity. You're no longer allowing those people to hold you captive. Again, remember, you may have been digmatized or coochmatized, right? But you are awakening from that, because with the Page of Pentacles here in the reverse, those are empty opportunities, empty moments that at the end of the day don't there's no real benefit. It causes more confusion than anything with the Seven of Cups here. These people are lying to themselves. They don't want to listen, as you are an earth angel trying to show them, you know, the way you have learned to teach people by example and not force yourself in their battles any longer. That's what this separation is all about. You're letting go of these draining contracts. And then we got the World card here in the upright. This cycle is over. It is done, and you are elevating. Again, like I said, these people are now your sons and daughters. What you look like trying to marry, connect yourself on a deep level, on a, in every area of your life to your son or your daughter. Those people, so basically those people are stuck. They're stuck. We've got the Four of Swords in reverse. Stuck in unrest, stuck running from their shadow. But you still hold space for these people with the love that you have for them. You don't wish any evil on them. But you are also no longer carrying their burdens for them. And I just saw the Ace of Pentacles. And that is how you're going to draw in affluence. You are becoming affluent, wealthy. You're drawing in wealth in every area of your life. King of Pentacles, Emperor, Empress type energy. Being able to enjoy the finer things in life. That's that Taurus energy. Loving, reliable, and efficient. You can't be efficient with hangers on that refuse to face their shadow and to grow. People that you allow around you transmit energy into you, whether you know it or not. And you've got to be, again, got to raise your standards when it comes to the people you allow in your space. You got to refine it. That's just part of ascending. Well, anyway, that is the message. I think I'm going to stop there. I hope they helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I love you all. And until next time, peace.